made up, where we ignite understanding and make learning easier. In our today's class, we shall be looking at chemistry of amino acid. So, introduction. Amino acid, they are organic acid that contains carboxylic functional group, primary amino functional group, distinct side chain, and hydrogen atom. They are the monomer of protein. So protein are the polymers of amino acid, which on hydrolysis we hit the corresponding amino acid. So we said amino acid, they contain carboxylic functional group, primary amino functional group, and distinct side chain. So the general structure of amino acid goes like this. This is the general structure of amino acid. They contain carboxylic functional group, primary amino group, and a distinct side chain. Amino acids differ from one another only on this side chain, because the side chain here differs in structure, polarity, as well as size. There are about 300 amino acids, but 20 amino acids are the commonly occurring amino acids that are found in protein, and those ones they are referred to as standard amino acid. Standard amino acids. And each amino acid have been abbreviated by 3-letter words. So the standard amino acid includes, we say there are 20 of them. So the standard amino acid include glycine, alanine, valine, proline, leucine, isoleucine, phenylalanine, tryptophan, methionine, tyrosine, cysteine, serine, asparagine, glutamine, lysine, histidine, threonine, arginine, glutamate, and aspartate. So these are the 20 standard amino acids. Glycine is represented with GLY, alanine, ALA, valine, VAL, proline, PRO, leucine, LEU, isoleucine, ISO, phenylalanine, PHE, tryptophan, TRP, methionine, MET, tyrosine, TYR, cysteine, CYS, serine, SER, asparagine, ASN, glutamine, GLN, lysine, LYS, histidine, HIS, threonine, THR, arginine, ARG, glutamate, GLU, and aspartate, ASP. So these are the 20 standard amino acids with their abbreviation. Next one now is the classification of amino acids. Classifications. Amino acids, they are majorly classified based on 4 categories. 1. Nutritional classification. Nutritional classification. 2. metabolic phase classification. Three, based on polarity. Based on polarity of R group. And 4, based on chemical structure of R group. These are the 4 major criteria in which amino acids are being classified. Classification based on nutrition, metabolic phase classification, classification based on polarity of the R group, and classification based on chemical structure of R group. Let's take it one by one. Nutritional classification. Classification of the amino acid based on the nutritional classification depends on whether the body can synthesize amino acid or whether the body can form the amino acid or the body cannot form the amino acid. Now, based on that, amino acids are classified into 3 groups. 1, there is essential amino acids. 2, semi-essential amino acid. Semi-essential amino acids. 3, non-essential amino acids. So based on the nutritional classification, amino acids are classified into 3 groups: essential amino acid, semi-essential amino acid, and non-essential amino acid. Essential amino acid, they are the amino acids that cannot be formed or synthesized by the body, so they are gotten from the diet. Semi-essential amino acids, they are the amino acids that are partly synthesized or formed by the body and gotten partly from the diet. While by the non-essential amino acids, they are the amino acids that can be synthesized by the body up to the requirement of the body, so they are not necessarily gotten from the diet. Now, essential amino acids, there are 8 essential amino acids, 2 semi-essential amino acids, and 10 non-essential amino acids. The essential amino acids together with the semi-essential amino acids, they can be remembered using the mnemonics PVT, team, all. So the essential and semi-essential amino acids, they can be remembered using the mnemonic PVT, team, all, where T here stands for phenylalanine, V is valine, T is threonine, another T here is tryptophan, I is isoleucine, M is methionine. Now, this A, H, and A, they are semi-essential. That is the histidine and arginine. They are semi-essential amino acids. They can be partly synthesized by the body and partly gotten from the diet. So HA, they are semi-essential amino acid. Then L is leucine and the remaining L is lysine. So these are essential amino acid: phenylalanine, valine, threonine, tryptophan, isoleucine, methionine, leucine, and lysine. Whereby arginine and histidine, they are semi-essential amino acid. The rest of the standard amino acid, those are the remaining 10 of the standard amino acid that are not listed here, they are the non-essential amino acid. Again, essential amino acid, they are also referred to as indispensable amino acid, whereby non-essential amino acid, they are also called dispensable amino acids. So that is on nutritional classification. Another classification here is classification based on metabolic phase. Classification based on metabolic phase. Here, the carbon skeleton of the amino acid can serve as a precursor for the synthesis of either ketone, glucose, or both ketone and glucose. So based on that, amino acids are classified into 3 groups. There is 1, ketogenic. 2 glucoketogenic, and 3 glucogenic amino acid. Ketogenic amino acid, they are the amino acid which serve as a precursor for the synthesis of ketones. Glucoketogenic amino acid, they are the amino acid that serve as a precursor for the synthesis of both ketone and glucose. While glucogenic amino acid, they are the amino acid that serve as a precursor for the synthesis of glucose. Now, ketogenic amino acid, typical ketogenic amino acid are leucine and lysine. Glucoketogenic amino acid, they are isoleucine and tyrosine, whereby the rest of the amino acid are glucogenic amino acid, that is, they serve as a precursor for the synthesis of glucose. The next classification is based on polarity of R group. Now, classification of the amino acid based on the polarity of the R group depends on whether the amino acid will react with water or not. Those ones that are non-polar, they are hydrophobic, and all those ones that are polar, they are hydrophilic. Hydrophobic means they are water-fearing and they are not soluble in water, while by the hydrophilic, they are water-loving and soluble in water. So based on the polarity, amino acids are further classified into non-polar and polar. So the non-polar amino acid, they are also called hydrophobic amino acid because they are not soluble in water, whereby the polar amino acid are hydrophilic, they are water soluble. The non-polar amino acids can be remembered using the mnemonics GAME, VIL, P, T, T. G here is glycine, A is alanine, M methionine, V is valine, I is isoleucine, L is leucine, P is phenylalanine, T is tryptophan. So all these amino acids, they are non-polar amino acids. Glycine, alanine, methionine, valine, isoleucine, leucine, phenylalanine, and tryptophan, they are non-polar amino acids. Now, under polar amino acids, they are further classified into 3 groups. There is polar neutral, polar with positive charge, and polar with negative charge. Polar neutral amino acid, compared to the non-polar amino acid, they are water soluble because they contain a functional group which form hydrogen bond with water. The polar neutral amino acid can be remembered using the mnemonics SAC, G, T square. You can remember the polar neutral amino acid using this mnemonics SAC, G, T square, where S is serine, A is asparagine, C is cysteine, G glutamine, T is tyrosine, and the last T is threonine. So these are the polar neutral amino acids: serine, asparagine, cysteine, glutamine, tyrosine, and threonine. They are the polar neutral amino acid. Next one is polar with positive charge. The polar with positive charge, they are the same thing as the basic amino acid, and you can remember them using the mnemonics HAL, that is HAL, histidine, arginine, and lysine. So these are the polar with positive charge. They are the same thing as basic amino acid. Polar with negative charge. They They are the same thing as acidic amino acid, and they include aspartate and glutamate. They are polar with negative charge, and they are the same thing as acidic amino acid. Now, again, polar neutral amino acid, they are also referred to as monocarboxylic monoamino acids. Polar with positive charge, they are also referred to as diamino monocarboxylic amino acid. While polar with negative charge, they are also called monoamino dicarboxylic amino acid. Those are the other names for polar neutral, polar with positive charge, and polar with negative charge. So the next classification is based on the chemical structure. Chemical structure of R group. Based on the chemical structure of R group, amino acids are classified into 1. Aliphatic amino acid, 2. Aromatic amino acid, 3. Amino acids. So we said based on the chemical structure of the R group, amino acids are further classified into aliphatic amino acid, aromatic amino acid, and amino acids. Now, aliphatic amino acids. Aliphatic amino acid, they are the amino acids that contain straight chain R group, and they are further classified into 1. Aliphatic neutral, 2. Aliphatic with OH group, 3. Aliphatic with SH group, 4. Aliphatic acidic, 5. Aliphatic basic. So aliphatic amino acids are further classified into aliphatic neutral, aliphatic with OH group, aliphatic with SH group, aliphatic acidic, and aliphatic basic. Aliphatic neutral, the aliphatic neutral amino acid can be remembered using the mnemonic GAVLI, where G stands for glycine, A is alanine, V is valine, L is leucine, and I is isoleucine. So the aliphatic neutral includes glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, and isoleucine. Aliphatic with OH group or aliphatic that contain hydroxyl group are 1. Serine, 2. Threonine. So serine and threonine, they are aliphatic with OH group. You can remember using the mnemonic ST, serine and threonine. Aliphatic with SH group, the aliphatic with SH group, they can be remembered using the mnemonic cm, centimeter. C is 16 and M is methionine. So 16 and methionine, they are aliphatic with SH group. They contain SH group in their structure. CM, 16 and methionine, they are aliphatic with SH group. Aliphatic acidic amino acid, they include aspartate, asparagine, glutamate, and glutamine. So asparagine, aspartate, glutamate, and glutamine, they are aliphatic acidic amino acid. Whereby aliphatic basic amino acid, they are histidine, arginine, and lysine. Histidine, arginine, and lysine, they are aliphatic basic amino acid. So this aliphatic classification of amino acid under chemical structure of R group: aliphatic neutral, aliphatic with OH group, aliphatic with SH group, aliphatic acidic amino acid, and aliphatic basic amino acid. The next one is aromatic amino acid. The aromatic amino acid are the amino acid that contain in their structure, and they include tyrosine, phenylalanine, and tryptophan. Tyrosine, phenylalanine, and tryptophan, they are aromatic amino acid. The last one under chemical structure of the R group is amino acids. Proline is the only amino acid. Proline is not an amino acid, it is an amino acid because it contains secondary amino group. There are some amino acids that contain special group. Some amino acids contain special group. E.g., 1. histidine contains a special group which is called imidazole. 2. Proline have a special group called pyrrolidine. 3. Cysteine have a special group called sulfhydrine. 4. Tryptophan have a special group called indole. So these are the common amino acids that contain special group. Kindly subscribe, like, comment and share. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss any new video.